hosted by Lance Bass. I was one of the suitors, and we had a wonderful time doing it. It really was like nothing I've ever experienced before, and I wish you guys could have done the same, because it really is like nothing I've ever seen. Steven, what's going on?
So Robby, so what made you want to audition for it or get involved with it?
It's a fantastic question, Steven. I didn't audition, I was cast for it. I was jogging by the casting director's home when he stopped me.
No.
Yes, and he said, Robby, I have a show for you.
Right.
That's serious. He said, what is it? I said, what is it? He goes, it's the Gay Bachelor. I said, sorry. I've met someone. I just met him, and I'm in love with him, and I think we're gonna get married. Spoiler alert, 8 years later, here I am, a married man to that exact same guy I know, thank you so much. But he said, no, Robby, please, do it. It's gonna be an experience. You'll meet friends you'll have for the rest of your life, and he was not mistaken. So that's what made me do it.
Wow, that's cool.
And how long from when that interaction occurred to when you actually started, or being sequestered?
It was a quick turnaround. They sequester you in the valley. You stay at a Hilton or something like that for 3 days. You aren't allowed to leave the hotel room, so you can detox or whatever it is that's happening in the hotel room. They smear Vaseline on the eye hole of the door so you can't see who's walking in the hallway. It was a whole experience. I listened to the radio for 3 days straight, and it was a nightmare. But yeah, by the time we got to the mansion, I was ready to go like a bull in a china shop.
And where was the mansion?
It was in the lovely town of Tarzana.
Oh,
Round of applause for Tarzana.
Was there an adult bookstore there?
Yeah, I think there was. The house has since burned down in the fires.
What?
It was a moment in time. Yes, yes.
And tell us, so what were you doing before that? Or what are you currently doing? I know you're a hairstylist, you're a dresser.
Yes, a hairdresser by trade, styling the locks of the rich and lovely. So I really enjoy that.
Styling for the red carpet.
That's what it is,
And
exactly.
who do you style for?
All of the above, you know. I mean, I work with a slightly mature clientele. My youngest client being 77 years old. So I do them all. The lovely, I call them my LOLs, my little old ladies. They come in every week, and they are fantastic. We're talking about Joan Collins, you know, of the sort. Yes.
Woo!
Exactly.
We're gonna do a dynasty night here.
Yes, you know it, big boy. Absolutely.
And you're a TV host also and a personality. So what other TV shows have you been on or hosted?
Stephen, thank you. You'll see me late night on QVC selling shampoo and hair conditioner.
I love it. I love
It's
it.
very
Love it.
nice. Thank you so much. 3 easy payments, and you can have the shampoo delivered to your door. So it's a wonderful gig. Please tune in.
That's your shampoo?
It's not my shampoo, but the brand I represent called Nick Chavez. He was my mentor and a fantastic hairdresser, so I'm happy to continue his legacy.
Oh, excellent.
Thank
Congratulations.
you. Thank you.
And what do you have upcoming in the near future?
Upcoming, we got a lot of stuff. You know, when it rains, of course, but I do have a show right now on QVC called LOL with Robby. It's a weekly show, and we have a good time. We laugh, we talk to the little old ladies, and we sell the shit out of shampoo together, so it's a lovely time.
Excellent.
Tell people about how to watch the show that we just saw on
Absolutely.
So Finding Prince
Amazon.
Charming, how do we find
Amazon
that?
Prime.
Finding Prince Charming, the first ever and only all-gay dating show, can be on Amazon Prime, $20. Someone once told me it was the best $20 they've ever spent.
Ah, there you go. There you go.
Yes, good stuff. But you know, you guys, I'll tell you, we had a fantastic time doing the show. When I first arrived at the mansion, I saw the Bachelor Robert, And between us, I had already been following him on social media, and I have never in my life seen anyone with 12 abs before. We know a 6-pack. This man had a 12-pack, and again, just between us,
girls.
Honey, 12 abs and 12 inches. Okay, all right. I mean, it was a science experiment. But, you know, I did not go that far with him. Truth be told, I've kissed my mother harder than I kissed the Bachelor. But we still had a great time. 6 weeks in the mansion. I couldn't wait to get out of there. I had to self-eliminate. They cut that from the footage, but you know, enough was enough. You know what I mean, Steven?
And it's Barbara Streisand's birthday today. Enough is enough, right?
Hello, Dolly.
Hello, Dolly.
Love it. Oh, Steven,
did you have
thank
an
you so much.
eyebrow plucking session?
Eyebrow plucking sessions. We did not tweeze the brows, but I did. I brought my spray tanning machine to the mansion, so I was carving abs on the fellow suitors. I ran out of solution halfway through a spray tan, so that wasn't good. The guy was like, a yin and yang, half and half. He got eliminated that night. Not good. Not good.
To eliminate the competition.
You know, it is what it is. Right?
Tell us some of the best juicy gossip backstory from the show that you can think of. Two things. Two things. Yeah.
One would think all these gay men in one house, there must have been a little hanky-panky, a little cross-mingling going on. Unbelievable, you know. I wish the cameras were running late night, because those whispers in the dark, the pitter-patter from room to room, absolutely. That come the time the Bachelor got around, it was like, not
everybody
needed.
was too tired.
Yeah, exactly. We're all exhausted. No thanks. But you know, truth be told, Robert, our Bachelor that we were going for, was a very good guy. It did come out that he had a bit of a sordid past.
Ooh.
He put the pro and professional. And you know, everyone has a past. I do not judge, anyone really. Sex work is work, and let me tell you, he was a worker. He was VIP in the firm. And while I had met my now husband 2 weeks before getting on the show, I wasn't really giving it my all. But if I knew I was getting a free session, Robert is not cheap, honey. He is not afraid to charge.
What?
Taking advantage of the free session.
12-inch single?
12 abs, 12 inches.
And a 12-inch single, honey.
That's it, baby.
The
nicest guy in the world. We got along like a house on fire. I could not say enough great things about Robert Sepulveda.
So when I met Paul, my husband, we've been together 16 years.
10-year anniversary.
10-year anniversary coming up. Thank you. So I told Paul, I have a washboard tummy, and he said, you do? And I said, yeah, there's just a load of laundry on it right now.
I have a feeling you and I are cut from the same cloth.
Little devil words.
Yeah, that's okay.
So what's up in the future? What are you working on? What are you planning?
Staying busy. You know, we got this line on QVC that's going very well, selling like hotcakes.
Excellent.
Thank you so much.
My mom's probably seen you over and over because she watches
your mothers have seen me.
My mom watches it every freaking week over and over and over.
It's a dream gig.
My
Any
mother-in-law is
questions?
a big shop.
Gary, ask a
Have
question.
you ever hosted the Beverly Hills MD guys? The guys in Beverly Hills that have the they're plastic surgeons, but they sell products on QVC. I've seen their.
Oh, that's a good
Good
question.
These plastic surgeons, they all
They
are
have it.
selling hope in a jar. Let me tell you. And I've seen them, I've
I have
sold
a few
them,
of them.
and I absolutely love them. And the products work. They really do. For a good 5 minutes till your under eyes turn all white. Who invited the raccoon? You know. It's a little tough. It's a little tough. Yeah, you know. How good are these cocktails? What is this? This is the sex on the show? No sex on the show. Unfortunately, you think a bunch of queens in a house.
So wait, Robbie, you didn't finish. The second one was
Oh, yeah?
drama.
Mhm.
Did you guys catch 2 of the cast members getting it on? Come
Yes,
on,
we did.
tell all, tell all, tell all.
Sam from Chicago.
Yeah?
With little Chad. I'll tell you about little Chad.
Why is he so little?
Very handsome looking, not so little. But he is little. He's a tiny guy. He's 5'2", but he looks like a 6 foot tall, you know, Greek god on TV. But in person, very disappointing. So we were very interested as why the Bachelor was so attracted to him the way he was. But yes, the man from Chicago and Chad definitely got it on.
Oh,
You
juice!
all night. I couldn't sleep. They took away all your pills. I had to take a Benadryl to fall asleep at night. And I slept for 10 hours. And then they wake you up in the morning and say, cameras are on. And so are you.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. Let me sleep.
So were you shooting then at like 12, 15 hours a day, pretty much?
We're talking 18 hours days.
Wow.
Cameras on you at all
For
times.
6 weeks?
I was there for 6 weeks. The other ones were there for 8. I had to
Wow.
self-eliminate. I brought the Bachelor to a bathtub full of suds and a bottle of champagne. I was in a robe, and I dropped my robe, and the Bachelor reacted like this. A little shocking. A little shocking. Got in the tub, kindly broke up with the gentleman, and I said to him, listen, queens in this house are living and dying for you, and I'm just not one of those queens. So I know you have a difficult decision to make tonight, so I'm willing to put my head on the line.
Wow.
Lo and behold, they cut all this footage, and I ran into the editor a few years later. I said, why did you cut the footage of me in the tub? He said, Robbie, I've never seen anyone so drunk on camera in my life. Can you stand it?
Oh my
I
God.
can't.
You're beyond the TV stand.
Yes.
So let's.
Rejection is the Lord's protection.
Was there ever a season 2 plan for Finding Prince Charming, and what happened?
Fantastic question.
Great question.
Season 2 was greenlit. I was scheduled to host the elimination series, that when the queen got eliminated, I would, host them and ask what went wrong and everything like that. But Logo as a network, the LGBT network, went down when Viacom purchased everything. So then season 2 was in the works on VH1, and they wanted to be bisexual. They wanted to be, is he into girls, is he into guys?
Oh,
It took a
wah,
turn.
wah, wah.
So alas, sign of the times. But I think these days, season 2 could definitely be happening.
Crush.
Host with the most. What about Lance, huh?
What was it like working
Woo!
with Lance? Seemed
What was
a
it
great guy.
like?
Lance is
Sweet
a
guy.
class act. I used to say, Lance, don't make me dance. And he used to love that. When Lance came in, I thought he was the Bachelor, the one we were all vying for. So I got extra excited, thinking I might have some NSYNC royalties coming my way. But alas, it was interior designer, self-proclaimed Robert Sepulveda, who is a class act, let me tell you. I mean, really a very nice guy.
Interesting. Anybody have any other questions?
Anybody
for
have
Robbie?
questions for Robbie?
This is the place, this is the
This is
time.
the time.
I mean,
Anyone?
I recall meeting someone here tonight that met on a gay matchmaking site, and they got married on Monday.
Oh, they just left. They just left. Brian and David.
David, yes.
Yes.
So impressive.
Yes.
They were together, or been together. How
Oh,
long?
like 30 some odd
33
years.
years.
33 years.
I will tell you this one thing. I met my now husband 2 weeks before going on this show. So I feel like entering the show, I feel like us as gay men tend to have to butch it up or put on airs when we're trying to court someone. But knowing that I had someone in my corner who loved me just as I was able to truly go on the show and be myself and not really care what so-and-so thought, you know?
That's a great question, though. So what did he think about you saying, oh, great, we just met, but I won't see you for 6 weeks because...
You know, I pulled the wool over his eyes. I did say something along the lines of, you know, I've been cast for this show. It's Survivor meets Big Brother with a little bit of Bachelor. I was definitely, you know, tap dancing as we do, fellow Sag, but, you know, it is what it is. But he was very supportive and he enjoyed watching episode after episode. But at the very end, you know, Robert and I, we shared a smooch. But like I said, you know, I've kissed my mother harder than I kissed the Bachelor, so I had no guilt in my heart.
And like most of these types of shows, so no outside communication, right? No email, no communication with anyone, right? Parents, siblings, friends, family.
We were not allowed to leave the mansion. They said one night, you know, we're hosting a big costume ball, and we were so excited we get to leave and go to a ballroom. And then they said, but it's gonna be here at the house. And you guys have to decorate for it and make your own masks.
Thanks a lot.
Oh God, I know, right? And then the music they proceeded to play, royalty free. No one knew a word.
No!
It was living in a nightmare.
I have a question.
Yes.
Gay Bachelor.
When there was the controversial episode where they went out on a triple date, where it was Robert and the two different contestants, and one was left at the table and the other two were talking. It seemed really kind of like there was not a lot going on in that scene. Like it was dead space. Was that true? Like the energy seemed real like lull? Like not a lot going on.
You know, it's hard
Like-
in these scenes, you know, to be vulnerable, I believe, as gay men, it takes a lot to be vulnerable with whoever's courting us at the time, but then to have cameras and a sound guy and say this again and say it louder and everything like that just really adds to the situation. So it was bizarre because as a very sexual person, I felt very non-sexual the whole entire time. I mean, didn't even sneak into the bathroom to, you know, whatever, you know, it was just like, it was a very asexual experience, which was very bizarre, but I feel like being in a pressure cooker with the cameras and everyone else, it was just like, it was awkward at times. So
Of course, when you watch the episodes, it's very sexy. And
oh, you know, it is what it is. But these drinks here, they made sure we never saw the bottom of our cocktails.
And that's
Yes.
Steven.
That's
Right here.
Exactly.
And Mark.
And Mark.
So-
I'm not a proponent of alcohol consumption, but it definitely does the trick.
Absolutely. There's Steven.
Want to give it up for Steven?
Thank you, Steven.
I have one more question,
One more question.
and I hate to hoard because you know I put the show together, so I think I'm, you know, worthy
Yes.
for asking this. But were you approached? Were you contacted by celebrities who had watched your show and loved it and reached out to you? Celebrities that you know that said, "Oh
Great
my God,
question.
this is fantastic." Tell me.
I'm so flabbergasted at the outreach of people that had watched the show. It was very flattering, and I was so grateful for the whole entire thing. To answer your question, Paul, and Paul, thank you so much, and Stephen, of course, thank you so much for doing this. Here we are, 8 years later, we're digging the old girl up from the grave, and she's alive and well. I'm so grateful. But you know, this little brand, you guys may be familiar, called KY Jelly. We reached out to
KY Jelly.
KY Jelly reached out, a sticky subject, but they reached out to us asking if we would do a television commercial. And of course, we said yes. My now husband and I, they paid us $20,000 for us at the time, for now at the time. And, it wasn't anything filthy, but they filmed Gavin adjusting my bow tie, and then they kindly panned to a bottle of the KY Jelly. The commercial.
Very Gypsy Rose lady,
Yeah. Very that.
Did you have to sell it?
God, we sold it. They got a sticky situation. It wasn't for us. Threw it in the trash, but we kept the check. That's for sure. With pleasure. Yeah, it's not interesting though. Yeah. Couldn't have come at a better time. But yeah, we met great people and just had a wonderful time. And I'm so grateful for the experience. My tip for anyone moving to Los Angeles is to get on a reality show. You will not regret it. You know, I was on Tabitha Salon Takeover, which yes, way back when. That was 15 years ago. A hair renovation show.
Love her.
This show, Finding Prince Charming, and since then I filmed a hairdressing show called Blowing LA. About hairdressers in Los Angeles. Yes, I was the star of that show, honey.
What about Joan Collins? Has she seen your show?
Joan Collins, absolutely love her. I wish she loved me. Oh, not my finest hour.
You've styled several celebrities for the red carpet, so
Yes,
tell us about that experience, those experiences.
I mean, between Joan Collins and Britney Spears, we have a bevy full of divas, all fabulous in their own right. I love them. I wish they loved me. Never got hired back.
Who was your favorite diva
I
out of all
love
the
Britney. You know, Britney, I joke and I kid, but I've been there time and time again. And what a wonderful mother to her children, and a really amazing woman. It breaks my heart to see Britney going what she's going through right now, but I'm happy she's free and she's able to dance and have a wonderful time doing it.
Excellent.
Yes, and Joan Collins, what a diva. Absolutely fabulous, really good. Yes.
Any other questions for Robby?
No, I think we're
You
wrapping
guys are the
up.
best. Thank you for putting up with it.
Oh, thank you, Robby.
Thank you, Robby, for being here.
This has been a really unexpected honor and a lovely feather in my cap.
And you're here for a wedding.
Yeah, and you guys are here for a wedding.
Yeah.
I'm
Nice.
attending a big wedding, 500-person wedding this weekend.
Oh
So
my gosh.
Please, if you see us around, shout my name. And I'll send you a kiss.
Oh, thank you
And
so much.
I'm gonna cheers to you. Boom.
You guys, thank you. QUADZ.
Let's
Thank
give
you
it up
for
for
coming.
Robbie and Steven. Thank you guys. We hope you enjoyed tonight. We'll see you next
See you
week
next Wednesday.
for Jerry Springer, the best of the most outrageous moments of Jerry Springer.
If that's possible.
Yeah, if that's, honey, it is possible. Good night, everybody.